Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Amber here. Welcome back to another episode of the B Channel podcast, where my goal is to bless, edify, and encourage you to live your best life. Now, before we get into today's episode, let me remind you of my handle, which is B Channel 27. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, and the Wisdom app when I am not on this podcast. That Wisdom app is a weekly podcast. I post on it at least once a week and have all kinds of great conversations. But let's get to today's question. How is your self-love journey going? Well, I have the perfect book for you if you've been struggling with your self-love journey. It is called Journey to Self-Love by Melissa Fredericks. Now, if you're not familiar with her, she is the co-host of a popular podcast called The Love Hour with her husband, Kev, on stage. And she also hosts a show called Couch Conversations, which airs on the Black Love YouTube channel, which is a very good channel, by the way, if you want to learn about relationships and things like that. And then she also has a book out with her husband called Marriage Be Hard, but that's just a little bit about her. And what I loved about this book, y'all, to keep it short and sweet, is that self-love is a lifelong campaign. This is not something where you just arrive. There are no gimmicks. There are no shortcuts. You have to keep practicing self-love every day and make it a mission, you know? You have to watch your inner dialogue. That's another thing that I learned from this. It's so important how you talk to yourself, because sometimes we talk to ourselves like we're our own worst enemy, our own worst critic, and it's just not healthy or helpful, you know? And the next thing that I learned is that you have to start by being confident on the inside first. This is an inside job. You cannot simply paint your nails and put on a nice wig and put on some heels or, buy your way into confidence. And, the same goes for the men out there. You can't just buy a new cologne or buy some new clothes and some shoes and think that, oh, now you've got this confidence thing on lock. Confidence is an inside job, y'all. So you have to start with the thoughts, start watching your dialogue, like she said. And then from there, the confidence will radiate outward once you have it together with the inside and your mind and your heart and your spirit. So that was very pivotal to, my understanding of what self-love means when I grasped that concept. And last but not least, I love that she said that sex is not bad, y'all. There's this common misconception in the Christian community that sex is bad, and that's something that we have to get out of. We have to unlearn the idea that sex is bad. Sex itself is not bad. What is bad is when you use it outside of what it was intended for, because sex is understood biblically to be a sacred thing. It's supposed to be an intimate experience that you are supposed to save for your spouse in marriage. It was meant to be in marriage because God knew the consequences and all of the drama that can unfold when soul ties occur with someone you're not supposed to be in covenant with, you're not supposed to be married to. And sex, for all intents and purposes, creates soul ties. So that's why God said, when y'all marry, y'all can do it. When you're not, I don't condone it. And it's not to hurt you or to make your life boring or to, place unfair constraints on you. He's only saying it out of love. He loves you so much that he doesn't want you to get bound in that way to someone who is not your purpose partner. someone who has your best interests at heart. You know, he wants the best for you. And he's saying, until I send you God's best, until I send you the best person, then don't even bother. Don't waste your energy. Don't waste what is sacred, you know? And I think that's something that we all have to work on in our journeys, is understanding that sex is not bad. It's a good thing that God intended for marriage. Bottom line, that's what it's about. And outside of it, that's when we run into problems, when we try to entertain sex outside of marriage. And so many people just misconstrue this concept, and, you know, they think, oh, you're a prude, or you don't want to have fun, or you want to be a nun, or you want to be a monk somehow because you don't want to, you know. And it's really just about protecting your energy with the right person. You want to have a soul tie with the right person, the right husband or the right wife, not every single person that you encounter. That's a lot of energy to carry around. And I like how Mike Todd puts this concept. He says that think of sex as if you had sex with every person and you have soul ties with that person. You're carrying around all of their energy, everybody that you had sex with. So how many people's energy do you want to truly carry around? That is the best way to think about it, you know. And man, she really shed some light on how to think about sex in terms of marriage and the liberation that she had to learn was possible and beautiful in marriage, because for so long she had been taught and led to believe that sex was bad, you know, but she had to just go back and relearn what it was really about, and understand that it was never meant to be a bad thing, you know. And it took a lot of work, because she had to understand that it was okay to be desirable to her husband, that it was okay to want to be attractive and to show him affection, to show him intimacy and all of those things. Like, and it's crazy how powerful the mind is in terms of these ideas that we are learning in our lives around sex and things of that nature. And I really love that she took the time to tell us about what it really means and what it's really about. And, you know, some of us may already know, but it was a great reminder, you know. And so I hope that you guys check out this book. It's available wherever books are sold. The information that I just said in terms of the title and where you can find it, and, you know, the author's name, of course, will all be in the episode description, as well as the links to my socials. And I would appreciate it if you would subscribe, like, and share if this episode blessed you in some way, shape, or form. I appreciate you listening, because I know you could be anywhere but here. So I appreciate each and every one of you for listening. You know that I'm going to bring y'all the tea each and every time. But until then, make sure you go read a good book. I hope you have a blessed day. Peace and blessings.